Welcome, everyone. We're letting some folks come in, and then we're going to start in just a minute.
Hey, Juliet, I see you.
Hi.
The newest child of the earth, my niece's daughter.
Oh, that's precious.
Yes, Vivian says hi.
Hi, Vivian.
Oh, sneezing.
It keeps like switching perspectives.
All right. I think we're going to go ahead and start. So I'm Judy Neal, and I'm going to be your host for today. And we're so thrilled to have you with us at this premiere playing of the song We Are the Children of the Earth, written by Spring Cheng and produced by Paul Kwasinski. So what we're going to do today is tell you the story, and we'll play the music video that goes with this. So we invite you to sit back and just enjoy this wonderful sharing. And I'm going to turn it over to Spring Cheng, Dr. Spring Cheng, who is the co-founder of Resonance Path. And as I said earlier, the author, the composer of this song, We Are the Children of the Earth. And Spring will help us get started with an opening contemplation.
Yeah, let me unmute myself. Thank you so much, Judy, and everyone. Wow, I'm seeing people I know from different continents. I am currently in Big Island, Hawaii, in the middle of Pacific Ocean. One side is Asia and the other side is America.
Cool.
Yeah. So so please remember to mute yourself. I'm hearing some noise in the system for this piece, and there will be time when this space will be opened up if you have things to say. So for now, I would like to invite all of us to do just a little ground dropping practice, and I'll do a chant for invocation to help us to tune in to this energy, to the space that we are helping to coalesce and emerging here. So I would like to invite all of us to just take a moment and find a comfortable way to situate yourself in your chair, in the seating. Please take a moment, take a few deep breaths in and out of your belly. And please take a moment to, as you're doing that, feel your feet on the ground. Feel your sit bone being supported by your chair. And you're welcome to place your hand, your palm, anywhere, either on your lap or on your belly or over your heart, wherever you feel that's most helpful to ground yourself. And we're tuning in, each one of us are tuning into the frequency of this particular location that you are calling from. Let's take a deep breath and draw in that energy of that specific location we're at. And let's breathe out into this space of, let's see, we have how many people? We have 50 some people from probably 3 or 4 different continents. So let's just draw in the earth energy and put it out in this wonderful space that we're co-creating right now. and just let this energy cycle through our body. Today we are gathering for the children of Earth. It's a song. It's a premiere of the song that's produced by people all over the world, and it is also a prayer to help us to return to Mother Earth, to attune her for guidance, alliance, and inspiration. So next, I would like to offer a Green Tara chant. It's a chant, Tibetan chant, dedicated to the Great Mother Spirit. And if you know the chant, please do that with me. If you I'm also welcoming you to just bathe in it, allowing it to go through your system, however you feel comfortable. Om Tara Du Tara Tu Re So Ha. Om Tara Du Re So Ha. Om Tara Du Re So Ha. Om Tara Du Re So Ha. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome to open your eyes, release, and open your senses, and to attune this to the next hour. So I'll get it back to Judy.
Thank you, Spring. Thank you. That's so beautifully resonant.
感动的部分是，就是在说，他利用一切可利用。
So we ask if you're not speaking to please mute, and if possible, if you turn your video on, we'll feel your presence more fully. So we appreciate seeing everybody here. What we're going to do today is we're going to have Spring first share how the song came into being, the story behind how she came to write this song. And then after that, she'll turn it over to Paul Kwasinski, to talk about the production of the song, and also a little bit about what this means to him and why it was really important to make this song even more a song of the children of the earth. And then we'll play the music video that Spring and Paul have co-created. And after that, we'll have this various people who were involved in this project, singers and musicians and people who were involved in one way or another, including playing of this video in various settings. So we're going to share some of the stories of the impact of the video. And then we'll let you know more about how you can share the video, and we'll call it a night or a day or a morning, whatever it is for you. So Spring, I'm going to turn it back over to you now to share your story.
All right. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
Mom,
Oops. I
you
accidentally
start?
muted you. I'm sorry, I accidentally
Yeah.
muted you. Did you unmute?
Yes,
Good.
I unmuted. Yeah,
Sorry.
as the host, yeah, you got quite a big room to check in. So this song came to me in April of 2019, which is which is what, almost 5 years ago. Wow. So that was at Scotland. There was this international conference, Climate Change and Consciousness, and actually I see Michelle, who was there, and hopefully Stephanie. I don't see her yet, but hopefully she's also. Stephanie is the vision holder of this conference, and so it's a conference about climate change, and there are people from 45 at least different countries and regions converging, and people from education, environment, law, government, spirituality, all kinds of field. It's really like almost like a UN kind of a setting. And I was very fortunate. I got participated that too. And on that conference, I witnessed so much of our humanity, the grief, the pain of witnessing the impact of climate change, and also feeling into the role we human play, the culture, the civilization we built, the role that contribute to the degradation of the ecosystem on the planet, as well as tremendous hope and inspiration, and what could be possible when we are together. These are 350 people who are from different part of the world, bring all kinds of tradition, heritage. I really feel like I was in a, it's almost like in an ocean, and the river from different part of the world are converging into this new ocean. And I was just feeling all of this. My heart is so full with joy and pain and ecstasy and also desperation sometimes. And they are all just like ocean waves are clashing with each other. And out of that, one morning, as I was walking to the conference hall, suddenly this song just landed in front of me like a brick wall. Literally, I felt the energy of this wall, like I couldn't walk through, and this song directed me to go back to where I was living to write it down, to work on the song. So I did that for the next 2 hours, and then I brought the song back to the conference, shared with people, and people loved it. And Michelle is probably remember that at the end of the conference, I directed all of us was there to sing the song together in a choir. And after that, I just that was that. A song came and it was sung, and I had no idea what's gonna happen next. And then a month later, I met Paul in another conference. So here comes Paul. I met him at the Institute of Transformational Leadership. We were both participating in a conference about coaching and leadership transformation. And then I shared the song with Paul. So Paul, please tell your story.
Okay. So I'll pick it up with Faith. Spring left off. We're at it was Georgetown runs the ITL, and we were there. Face the Music was doing one of our songwriting programs, and somehow last minute I got put in charge of a sing-along that they were having at night. So they had these little books of like folk songs and things like that, and I'm going, I don't know, that always gets old fast for me. So I was talking to Spring beforehand, and she was telling me about this song. So I said, let's do the song here. So we did the song with the people and got them. There's a call and response part in it. We got people engaged in that, and quite a bit of other foolishness later that night too. So the sing along went really well. And then I have a habit of putting out to people like, hey, if you want, I'll record a track for you or something, And when people take me up on it, then I do it. So Spring says, followed up with me, so we're doing this track. And I said, okay, let's go. So she sent me a recording of it, and I started doing just some basic tracks to get a sense of where I thought it was going. At one point, we were on a call about the arrangement and stuff. She said, and I made a joke at the end of the call. I said, "Well, one thing you got to wait for is the punk version." And so she sent me an email right after that saying, "I want to hear the punk version." I said, "Oh, really?" So I actually recorded a punk version. That's a lot of fun. We might play that at the end of this thing. It's not really punk, but it's me going at it as hard as I can. So there's a few different versions of this. Also, Mares and Jimbo helped me do a Spanish version already, which I haven't mixed yet. But so not long after the conference, I had done these basic tracks, and I was down in Peru, and I met Jimbo and Mares, who are our guests on this call, and we're going to hear from them in a little bit. And Jimbo plays all kinds of instruments, most of which he makes himself, and he did the djembe on this. He did a thing called Ngoni, and he played Peruvian flute. Mares sang backup vocals, and we were recording in their studio in Calca, Peru. And when I got home, I looked at those tracks and I go, "What was I thinking?" It was, I just had all these takes and I didn't know what to do. So I better get organized around this. But right, actually, before I even got back, I think my mother got sick unexpectedly. Today is my mother's birthday, by the way, Marianne Kwasinski, and she got sick and was in the hospital, and she passed away in October of 2019. So I'm sort of dedicating this for myself, this launch to her, and I blame her for the song not getting done sooner too. So with all that going on, the song sort of sat for a while, and I've been working on a thing of completing projects. So I made big long lists of all the incomplete projects, unbelievably long, and started I work with Judy to get a process. We'll just work on a few at a time. So, Children of the Earth, I should figure that out. So I went back to it and I looked at it, and I was more confused than the last time I looked at it 2 years before that, or whenever it was. So I got my friend Evan Mason to say, "Hey, could you just walk me through this, be my seeing eye dog on this thing?" And Evan laid down some guitar tracks, and he helped me organize the arrangement and things like that. And then Spring and I were talking about arrangements. She said, "Choir would be good, a children's choir." I go, "Oh, Evan directs a children's choir." So I enrolled Evan into this, and we got the children's choir from one of the schools he works at Edson Elementary School in Kingston, New York here. And we recorded that. So there was a long trek over the last, 4 years since we first met, Spring, and we finally are calling it finished. So that's basically what brought it up to date here. And I'm going to give back to Judy because I think it's time for the premiere.
Thank you so much, Spring and Paul. Yes, it is. I do also want to add something about the date, why we chose this date. It in honor of Paul's mother, and also it is the day that is midway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. In Ireland, it is St. Bridget's Day, and she is about bringing light in the darkness. And it is also with the United Nations Interfaith Harmony Day. And so there's just a whole lot of reasons for us to be sharing this song with you today. And we're so delighted to be doing that. So I'm going to.
It's a cosmic day.
Absolutely. I'm going to share this video now.
Mother the
universe is calling. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the medicine. We are the medicine. We are the wells. We are the wells. We are the medicine. We are the medicine. We are the wells. We are the wells. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the power. We are the power. We are the hope. We are the hope. We are the power. We are the power. We are the hope. We are the hope. We are the children of the earth. Children of the earth. We remember who we are. Remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. Children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the ocean. We are the ocean. We are the forest. We are the forest. We are the flower. We are the flower. We are the land. We are the land. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. The planet is awakening. The universe is calling. The universe is calling. 我们是地球的孩子。
我们是地球的孩子。
古老的记忆在复苏。
Singa Bantwana bomhlaba.
我们是地球的孩
Wir
子。
sind die Kinder der Erde.
ما بچه‌های این سرزمین هستیم.
आम्ही या भूमीची लेकरं आहोत.
Jesteśmy dziećmi ziemi.
Είμαστε τα παιδιά της γης.
Somos los hijos de la tierra.
We remember. We remember. We remember. We are the power. We are the power. We are the hope. We are the hope. We are the power. We are the power. We are the hope. We are the hope. We are the children of the earth. Children of the earth. We remember who we are. Remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. Children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the ocean. We are the ocean. We are the forest. We are the forest. We are the
Thank you. Thank you so much. Lots of hearts and love. It's so beautiful and inspiring as a song. So what we're going to do next is Paul and Spring are going to introduce people that they've worked with to create this song. And I will also introduce some people that I'll explain that in a minute. But then we're going to have it open for question and answers for a little while. If you have anything you want to ask any of the participants who helped make this happen. And at the end, as I said, we'll share with you how you might want to share this song in communities that you're a part of. So, Paul, I think you're going to go first introducing Evan, and Evan's going to introduce the children. Is that
All
right?
right. Just one note on the video. We were not able to get the permissions to use the children's images. That's why you had all those blurred out things instead of the video of the children singing and stuff like that. But maybe sometime in the future we'll be able to put that back in. So I mentioned Evan's role in this, coming to my rescue to pull this thing out of mothballs and finish it. And he played guitar on it, and he directed the choir. I think they rehearsed for a few months, and then I went into their classroom and recorded. It was a lot of fun. And so Evan, I just want to hand it over to you to tell me about your experience jumping in on this project and whatever you would like to say about it.
Sure. So thinking back on it, I probably heard about this project around the time that Paul started working on it, about 5 years ago. And I was still in school to become a teacher. And so when he told me about it, it just didn't really register that I would ever be a part of it. I didn't even know where I was going to have a job or if I would be teaching a kids course or anything like that. So if Paul had told me this would have happened 5 years later, where we have a recording and a webinar with all these people, man, I would have hopped right on it. This is so cool. So yeah, it was just one thing after another of hearing Paul talk about it and getting involved with the guitars and I think I was like getting ready to go after doing the guitars, and then he's like, well, what about the arrangement? And the next thing in the arrangement. And then, yeah, to bring it to the students was really cool. I had resistance to that too. I was like, oh, I don't know, they're going to want to do pop music or something. This might not really gel with them. And then, of course, after a little bit of encouragement, they really took to it. So as you heard, Paul mentioned, it took us a few months to get the song down. And I think part of that reason was that the ending was in Chinese. So I do not have a lot of experience with that. And so fortunately, I had a student who was fluent, I think, and we'll hear from her in a little bit. And so she helped me out with that part. But yes, it was just so cool to have all the students really take to it. And I think it opened up an amazing opportunity for them to experience just a breadth of culture and think about the broader picture for them as the future and as stewards of the planet. So I'd just like to introduce first.
Evan, I was just going to say, like 2 weeks after we recorded it, it was being played in Singapore at a conference, right? So it was
right.
It went international very quickly. The next time I came to the school, the kids were asking me when they were going to get paid.
Yeah, that was their first concern. They were asking Paul how much money he made because he brought in all these microphones and equipment, and they were very taken by him. And that really all put it into perspective to get the microphones in there. And I don't think any of them had ever done something like that before. And there was 50 of them. We did 2 different recording sessions, 25 or so students each. And yeah, so we'll get to Aurora now. If Aurora is here, Aurora Zhu is going to share with us. She was a student that helped me refine my Chinese skills. And Aurora, can you turn your video on?
She's here and she needs to unmute.
Hi.
Hey, Aurora.
Sarah.
Could you share with us a little bit about your experience with learning Children of the Earth and then having Paul come in to record it and teaching me another language?
It was really fun because when we heard it, like most of the class, when they heard that it was going to be a recording, like it felt like really important and professional and all that stuff. And it was really fun and it felt cool, like really cool. And then teaching it to the class was somewhat easy, but there were a few words like I didn't know. Like I can speak it fluently, but I just can't read it too well. So it was fun. But like while practicing the Chinese, there were some parts in the song where they trailed like they said something that wasn't supposed to be there, kind of like during the song. So it was fun and easy, and I really enjoyed it. And I talked about it a lot at home, and I did kind of show off. And, yeah.
Well, thanks, Aurora. Really appreciate it. Hope you're
Thank you,
doing
Aurora.
well. Thanks for coming on the call. All right, the other student we're going to hear from is Sienna Nash. Sienna, are you here with us? So she was here. I'm not seeing her now, but maybe she'll hop on it.
She left.
Okay. All right. I see Addie here. Addie or Bella, would you like to share about your experience a little bit? Okay. They're jumping on it. So go ahead, Addie.
All right. I did brag, I will say, but it just felt really cool to be a part of a song because I would always like sing in like a chorus or like somewhere where someone would hear me, and I would like kind of dream about singing a song, and then I actually got to do it, and that was really cool.
Addie, did the message of the song mean anything to you? Did you think about that
Yeah.
when you were learning it?
I am a huge nature fan, and I am like a little upset that there's climate change going on because it affects a lot of the animals in nature.
Yeah, well, here's your opportunity to think how you could, do your part, and we're all doing our part here to make a change. So thanks for being a part of the recording and coming on. It's really great to see you.
You're welcome.
All right, looks like Bella's jumping on it. So let's hear from Bella.
I love doing this. This was really fun. And Spring, you were amazing. Thanks, Mr. Mason. You were really good at that. I think that I probably would have messed up the entire thing. And it was a lot of fun. It felt like how most songs are usually about love, but this one was like it was amazing and beautiful. And I don't really know how to describe it. I was really happy to be a part of it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bella. Thanks for being here. I'm going to pass it back to Paul unless there's any other students that are really biting at the bit and want to share. Thanks, Paul.
All right, thank you, Evan, and thank you guys for sharing your children. It was great to have you on there. So I talked about being in Peru and recording with Jimbo and Mares Awamani, and so Jimbo and Mares, I'd like to get you out here, just share anything like what you thought about being part of the song and what it meant to you, and if you could start out maybe just saying a little bit about yourselves and what you're doing there and what kind of things you're doing in Peru. And
well, we really enjoy having you in our house and sharing with us this project of Children of the Earth, and Yes, I love to make like the Spanish version of Children of the Earth. No,
I
with
still I
you.
still have to mix that one too. That's another one.
Yeah,
I'll
and
call Evan.
we
I'll call
also
Evan
remember
again.
your punk,
Yeah.
your punk version too. It was so funny. We have lots of fun working with you in that moment, there in the mountains, making music. Yes, we really love to be part of this
And
too.
also now it's like a hymno, how you
Like,
say,
un himno.
like a hymno for
Hymn.
us because we want to play
Yeah.
this song in English, in Spanish, and also in Quechua.
Quechua, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to get back down there.
Yeah.
We make some mix there.
Yeah.
I love nice song, man.
Yes.
Deep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we love this version with the Chinese and it's so beautiful. Yes, and with all the kids singing, sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah. And Jimbo, could you just tell us about, you make most of your own instruments, right?
Yes. We make now ingoni, kora, kudu drums. Now we develop more rhythms, more melodies, more songs.
We also make drums.
Also make
Different.
didgeridoo.
Yeah, the didgeridoo is great. When I was at your house, we did a sound bath where I was transported to somewhere else during that time. I was like,
Yes, we are
wow,
working
what just happened? It was beautiful.
here in Lima now that we are here.
Yeah, we work more in some healing now.
Yeah.
Some therapy.
We are creating
more than concert. More.
Yes.
Now it's like this.
It's part of our life, no? Like some feelings and yes.
And sometimes we love to play your song.
Chorus.
The chorus in the song healing.
Yes, because
we mix with our song. No?
Yes,
we mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'd love to hear that. I got to get back down there again.
Yeah, we made it in Spanish.
And also in Spanish, yeah.
Too. Both versions.
I remember working on that translation with you.
Yeah, good times.
Good message.
Yeah, good message.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's all wake up.
Yeah, it's just such a great contribution to the song. Jimbo, you're the flute, the djembe, and the Ngoni just set the tone of the song right from the beginning, and so it's like you really contribute a lot to it with your instruments. I really appreciate it.
I am surprised that you use. I am surprised because I was expecting. I have more expected in his song.
Like I was going to sing a Spanish version there somewhere. No, he was thinking. But
so now I feel so good that you use. I'm so happy to be in that project that have a strong message. So we feel happy.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pass this back to Spring. Are you there, Spring?
Yes, I'm here. I'm back. Hi. Oh, that's great to hear everyone. It's like I feel like the seed of the song comes through me, and then the song bloom into a flower, and all these birds come in to sing, to chirp with the flower. It's just fabulous, and each one of you have added in so much more beauty and richness. I want to circle back to. I want to invite Michelle Wilcox, who was there at the circle back to climate change and conference where the energy has really catalyzed the birth of this song, and Michelle was there witnessing it, And I bet Michelle, you and I, neither of us would imagine, even dream this could happen. So what's that like for you to see this, to
It's
witness
so
this?
wonderful to see it going around the world, When we were at the conference, there were so many people from around the world gathered, and there was a lot of, coming to terms with the real information about climate change. It was hard to hear some of that information. And there were differences of opinion about what do we do about it. We were there to listen to each other and the indigenous people from the different continents and scientists, children, artists, people of all walk, and healers. And but this week, this whole week of hearing one person present to a one person on stage presenting to a huge audience, or maybe some question and answer, and then a lot of small groups that came together. There was a lot of weaving going on. But then on that last day, and I think I was dancing for hours the night before that last day, and when you came and brought that song, and everyone there was singing the song together, it felt like all the strands of the cloth that we'd woven were coming together in a beautiful pattern of our hearts, in resonance. So that's your word.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful moment, and it felt like fruition that would continue. And little did we know. So congratulations. This is so beautiful to see that it can be shared with many hearts. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for walking this journey with me and witnessing this. So I think Judy, should I give back to you now, right?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So so it was mentioned that this song was played in Singapore 2 weeks after Paul and Evan did a recording, and I am on the board of Octave Institute, which is a nonprofit organization in Singapore dedicated to creating an era of well-being for everyone and everything on the planet. And at our board meeting, we always do some kind of contemplative practice. And when I heard this song, I thought, this is so perfect to bring to this advisory council meeting. So I asked permission to do that, and it was given. And so I want to invite Bernard Lim and Stanley Lim to share their experience. And I don't know which one of you wants to go first, Bernard or Stanley. Did one of you want to?
Thanks, Judy, and thanks everyone. Thank you to Spring and Paul. Great sharing, and very moving to hear this the song as well as the words, the sharing from everyone. So I'm Bernard. I'm with the Octave Institute, and Judy is one of the members on our board. And Stanley is a colleague of mine. Just to say a few words that what we do at Octave is we focus on the Management Institute of Life. So it's a new beginning for a new way of learning, for a new era. And it's really looking at how we can, serve humanity as we go through this age of sustainability. And it was really very exciting. It was quite a pleasant surprise for me, personally, to hear the song when we had our first advisory, when we had the advisory board last year, and to hear the children singing, with that kind of passion. I think it's very important, and it speaks well of the future for this earth. So I'm really glad that we had an opportunity to hear it, and I'm sure there'll be many more opportunities for us to also play at other events that we organize. I'd like to then now hand over to Stanley to say a few words for us, please. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Stanley here. Yeah, so all right, just a short introduction of myself. So I'm a practitioner of Octave Institute, So this song was given to me like a week before this advisory board meeting, and I was told like, okay, please, share this with them. So I was like looking through the lyrics, and first thing that come to my mind was like, the earth, Mother Earth. You see, because I've been in this wellness and spiritual field for like almost 20 years. I've been traveling like to India. It's like my second home. So this thing really touches me a lot. So a year ago, I was given this task to help to shift consciousness among leaders, right? So like, what can we do as practitioner, right, to infuse all this spirituality to the top leaders in the world, right? So being said that, I would like to thank Judy, Paul, Ivan, Spring, especially you, all right, for your vocal, because people like us, we can bring all this healing modalities like breath work, meditation, mindfulness practice, but it's this kind of more human touch tools that I can use to help to bring this to these top leaders that can create changes in the world, right? So it's one of our practice to have mindfulness session every meeting, right? Before that, we have 5 minutes just to ground them. And this is something that I'm looking forward to use it just to infuse, spirituality to all the leaders in the world. All right. So so in the beginning, I was reading the lyrics. So I was like, okay, there must be a way for me to kind of inject into the meetings. So after that, I was like, okay, after this mindfulness session, get them grounded. So I was reading like a poetry. Then after that, I just played the music. So it's like double the impact that they get the words inside into them, individual of them. So yes, and I really like the words that is inside there because it's kind of resonate with me because that's how I use visualization, like the ocean, the forest, and the flowers to guide them into meditation. Right, has a metaphor. So this the whole entire lyrics and the song and the kids, with the innocence of their voice, really melt one's heart as well. So thank you so much for this gift. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. Thank you, Bernard. And thank you to all our speakers who shared what this experience is like creating this song and sharing it with the world. And we really hope that you will share this with your communities and with your networks. Paul has put a link to the song in the chat. So we're going to open it up now for a few minutes for any questions you'd like to ask of anyone, the children.
Judy, could I chime in 1 second?
Yeah,
I just
sure.
want to do one shout out. My sister Judy Villy, who lives in Oslo, Norway, she enrolled more than half of the people that are speaking the different languages at the end of the song. So I just wanted to thank her for putting that together. She got people from Fiji and all over the place, all over Europe and Greece and things like that. So Julie, thanks a lot. And you got 2 of your kids on there too. All right, that was it. I just wanted to acknowledge her. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Julie. And there's a question of, will the video be available online? And I think that we're not able to answer that right yet because we're still wanting to get permission from the children and their parents, because this is once we make it public, that we really have to honor that we've gotten permission from everyone.
Well, I think I can put the version that we have now on, so I'll put a link to that also, because since we cleaned up and we don't need permissions, we don't have their images on there.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. So other questions? That was one question. Can we get the video? Any questions you want to ask of the musicians?
Question or comments? Anything?
Any ideas about how you might use this video in your own work or communities? And you could raise your hand. I can't see all the people because we've got so many folks here. So raise your hand if you have a comment, or you can put something in the chat.
Well, this is John Vogan. I'll chime in here. Hi, Paul. Haven't seen you in years, but he does great work. I know that. So this has been wonderful. And Spring and all those who are involved, this is just enlightening. I really appreciate it. Minnesota has some uniqueness right now in the world in terms of what it's trying to do with kind of some social consciousness, environmental consciousness, and also diversity consciousness. And for me, I'm just, sorry, I've got a little frog in my throat. I'm just sort of transitioning myself this year into kind of figuring out what to do with the next third of my life. And this seems like a really good piece to potentially use in some things that I'm hoping to get involved with here in Minnesota. There's a lot of indigenous people here and lots of other activities that are going on around, managing consciousness in general. So I think it's important work. And I love the fact that, it's children of the world. We have to pay attention intentionally with our next generations. And, I have no grandkids yet, but I have kids and lots of nieces and nephews. And I love all of you who participated in this. Kudos to you, young people that were part of this, and Evan for you bringing them in. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you, John. There's a question from Addie. Why did you want to include the children's voices? Addie, do you want to say anything more about your question? You can unmute if you do.
I'm just kind of wondering, what made you think that would be a cool thing, because it is.
Thank you, Addie. Paul?
I don't know. I don't know if I thought you brought that up first, Spring, but I mean, when I did my first version, I had a different call and response that was a little bit different, but the name obviously suggests it. But what were your thoughts, Spring?
Well, obviously, children of the earth. So it's but so that's the most direct answer. And also there's a metaphoric answer. I feel like to embrace the challenge we're facing right now, the global challenge, global planetary challenge. For me, I feel I really need to activate that children's energy to play, to throw myself out there, to be like a child. Your children is the leader. The adults need to learn from children how to be naive again, how to be have that affinity, have that connection with life energy, untempered life energy. So for one, that's the direct answer, it's in the name of this song. And second, there's the metaphorically, I really see the children, and the children in us is where the hope lies. Yeah. Thank you for the great question, Addie.
Any other questions or comments? Any thoughts about how you might use this song? I know Maris and Jimbo talked about ways that you want to use this song in your own community.
Yeah, it sounds like they're already doing it.
Yeah.
And also, I would love to hear people sing this song in different language. Yeah, because I feel like each language on Earth is such a it's an ecosystem. It's a being of its own, and the more the song can be embodied in different language, the more power that it is.
Yeah, what strikes me as you're saying that, Spring, is it's like this is a global prayer that as the song gets sung in different languages and by different ages and in different countries and with different instruments, and that it actually helps to heal humanity and to heal the planet. That's our hope and our vision. Yeah. Well, I think it's probably time then, Spring, to ask you if you will share how people can get the song and what else you hope happens with it. And Paul, anything else that you want to say, and Evan too, those who have already participated, if there's any last words you have.
Yeah. So I will compile all the resources, links, where you can get access to the audio and the video, and send email to you. And you know, we today we meet here, and who knows, this might be a movement. So keep posted, keep tuning in. We may continue sending you updates of this project. That's what I'm thinking of. Paul, what do you?
I just want to thank everyone for coming. It's really been cool. Like we just sort of made this up. Like, well, we finish it. What do we do? Let's do a launch. What's that? I don't know. We'll make something up. So it was just a great way to share and bring all the people that were contributing and see old friends that I haven't seen for a while. I saw some names in there of people I haven't talked to for a long time. So it's really great coming together. And I think that's sort of the spirit of this song. And there's a lot of coming together in the making, and there's a lot coming together now in putting it out to the world. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and thank you for Judy for playing an important role in getting me and hurting me and Paul.
Yeah, we lassoed you into this. So, hey.
I remember a phone call with you, Paul, saying, you know, how much I love this song. We played it in Singapore, and I said, you should do a launch. And of course,
that might have been your idea then.
Yeah, the launch was my idea, but I just thought you should do it. And next thing I know, we're sharing, and I get to meet Spring and have a new friend, and then all of you joining us in this movement to really honor the children, to honor the earth, to honor our interconnectedness and our oneness. And so we're just, it's been very meaningful to be here together today. And I learned a tiny bit of Japanese when I spent some time, a little bit of time in Japan. And when you meet somebody in Japan, you go, hajimemashite, which, you know, the normal translation of that is, it's nice to meet you. But literally, hajimemashite means it is a beginning. And so we see this premiere today, this offering of this beautiful song to you. May it ripple out to all over the planet. May it inspire others to listen to the children and listen to the earth and listen to your own heart and spread the word of what it is we need in humanity and on the planet. So thank you, Spring and Paul and Maris and Jimbo and
Evan.
So Judy, there's a someone asked a question in Chinese.
Yes.
Do we have time to?
We do.
Okay. So thank you, Jane. Jane is a member of the community that I started in China. She asked the question that yesterday 2 children heard this song, and the first line of the lyric is a mother's tear melt ice of the heart. And the children ask, why mother's tear? Why the mother is crying? And so Jane asked me to talk about where this lyric comes from. So that actually literally happened during climate change and consciousness conference, where, like Michelle was sharing, that on that conference we were really grappling the impact, the magnitude of impact of climate change due to human activity, and the bleak hope for our children's future. And one night, there's one woman, she was leaning on my shoulder and she was crying. And I just, in that moment, felt her tear flowed into my heart. And it did something to me. That next morning, the song came. So it was something that actually happened during the conference. And the second lyric, second line of lyric is elder's song, Burn Away the Fear, is also something happened on the conference, where an elder from Greenland, an indigenous tribe on Greenland, came to sing for the conference to urge all of us to rise up, to express our potential in response to this this climate crisis. So that's the two lines really came from the experience on the conference.
Thank you.
Thank you. Those pictures that you put, Spring was the one who put together the videos that goes with the music, and Spring, your picture of the mother's tear and that actual Greenland elder with those words is so powerful. And as I first saw it, I just started to choke up because it's really emotionally resonant. And so thank you for doing such a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Anything else before we end today?
I guess this is Evan. I just want to say to Addie and Aurora, thank you for coming. And I want you to know that all of these people here and beyond look to you, and you are both leaders. So, although you may feel young, I don't know if that's true, if you really feel that way. I mean, you are, but or if you feel like you can't make a change in the world, just know that many of us here look to you as the future and as leaders and guides for us moving ahead. So, trust in yourself, and you can make an impact in the world, even though you are young. So thank you both for being here. I think it's a sign of your leadership already that you are here. So thank you, Spring. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Evan. Wouldn't have happened without you.
Yeah, it's beautiful how one thing has led to another, and who knows where it will go from here. But we have a request now for the punk version, Paul.
Yay.
So we're ready to rock our way out of here.
It's sort of a questionable ending to the call, but it features Spring on the first bar playing ukulele, and then from there, all
Let's
bets
have it.
are off. All right.
Oh, here we go.
You can hear that?
But there's tears from the eyes of the heart. Held a song, burn away the fear. The planet's waking up.
Let's wake it up. It's calling.
Children of the earth, we remember who we are. We are the
Children of the earth.
We remember who we are. We are the medicine. We are
the medicine.
We are the world.
We are the medicine. We are the world.
Children of the earth. We remember who we are. We are the children of the earth. We remember who we are. of the earth.
我们是地球的孩子。
Remember who we are.
Singabantwana bomhlaba.
हम इस धरती माँ के बच्चे हैं। Wir sind die Kinder der Erde. Jesteśmy dziećmi Ziemi.
ما بچه های این سرزمین هستیم.
आम्ही या भूमीची लेकरं आहोत. Vi är jordens barn.
Είμαστε τα παιδιά της γης.
Να hadiol
Somos los hijos de la tierra.
Remember, remember, remember.
Well, that was fun. Another premiere. I remember you say you laughed and you cried when you heard that the first time. So I thought that's a pretty good song if you can make somebody laugh and cry. You remember that, Spring?
Yeah, totally.
If you want to save the links that are in the chat, go to the bottom of the chat box where there's 3 little dots. And if you click on those 3 dots at the top, it says save chat, and it will download it to your computer. And then you'll have all the links. That'll save that. But Spring will send out links.
Also, yeah, I will also compile all these links and send.
Yeah. So again, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Raj Ki Jai.
Thank you so much.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Congratulations.